Microphone check 1 2. Welcome to another episode of the Thru podcast. I want to say this is episode 167.
I think so.
167 if I'm correct.
Can we correct? Can we get that?
Yeah. We're
No?
68. Look at us. Look at us go, man. We reaching to the 200s. We're going to hit the 200s this year. It's going to be something special. We got to do something special for the 200 episode this year for sure. I just want to start off by shouting out our partnerships. Shout out to definiteleating.com. Shout out to DJ. He's at home right now. Hope you get better real quick. Wash your hands next time, boy.
No.
Turn on to...
Keeps the mask on, but doesn't wash his hands.
Tune into definiteleating.com. You get all the merchandise from hoodies, shirts, rolling trays, candles. He collaborated with Johnny Wicks, who creates candles. They got lavender candles, ocean breeze candles. They smell really good.
They do.
Tap in with those. Those are really bomb. Also, tap into Ricky's own Monterey Bay Creations.
You dream it, we create it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All the merchandise that you want customized and all that good shit, hit them up. Also, shout out to Fish House in Watsonville. If you're ever out there in the area, make sure you stop by, enjoy some food out there. You know what I mean? Probably like done hitting Santa Cruz, hitting the boardwalk or something. You know what I mean? Stop by there. Enjoy some good grub.
Or maybe you want to Watsonville, just go ahead and pick some fucking fresh strawberries, bro. Who knows, bro?
Oh, strawberry? Oh, yeah, they do got the best strawberries out there. Shout out to Conglomerate by the Sea. That's where you see our recent episodes and some dope merchandise on there as well.
Yeah.
Follow that. Tap in with that. Also, Fit and Fresh. Ricky,
Year started, man. Healthy meals for you guys, and just tap in. They're going into different gyms, so they're in Castroville, they're in Watsonville, and they're in King City right now, so.
Your jersey's unhealthy.
Is it?
Yeah.
That it is. That it is.
Y'all just some haters. We're not in the sports section just continue.
Not red and gold, but anyway.
It looks gluten free to me, bro. But I mean, I don't know.
Where's your Niner gear? You should be celebrating too.
He ain't repping.
It's okay.
No.
It's okay.
I bleed red and gold,
Yeah.
so there we go.
It's in the heart.
Oh.
No, I respect the fans that don't like jump the boat. Like you made it to the playoffs, congratulations, but you ain't win the whole thing. So I respect the fans that stay like low key until they do. You know what I mean?
know.
Key, but sometimes you gotta shine when there's like 3 Niners fans
when
in the room.
when you barely make it to the playoffs,
When
you
you barely
gotta.
Because we
Gotta show
wild
off, huh?
card.
Wild cards.
That's
I
right.
know, right? I mean, you gotta own it when it is there.
Mm-hmm. That's very true. That's very
Yeah.
true. Well, we're here with our first guest of 2022. So this is
cool.
very So this is very
Nice.
special.
You guys, it's so
Nice,
exciting.
nice.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
2022, baby, we back.
Hey.
We
Ooh.
bike. We bike.
Yeah,
we bike
thanks
in
for
business.
having us.
Oh
Of
man.
course, of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Wanna
We're gonna
introduce yourselves?
introduce yourselves to the people. Let them know who you are. Let them know what you represent.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my name is Veronica Camp, and Charlie and I together own California Seltzer Company. We're going to be
Okay.
opening
Fire beer too.
right there. Yes.
I'm
Thank you.
I'm drinking the Berry Rush. This is very delicious.
Named after the 49ers Gold Rush, which is what I was
Okay.
Oh,
for
okay,
5
okay.
years. We'll get to that later.
This Wayne Mango's
And
fire.
yes, we are actually opening up a restaurant at Lovers Point,
Wow.
hopefully at the beginning of March. And it's going to be open in the morning at 8 o'clock. We're going to be open from 8 to 8, going to be open for coffee and pastries and avocado toast, and then we'll transition for lunch and dinner to a wood-fired oven with pizza and paninis.
Oof.
It's actually California's first seltzery. And we will
Really?
have 8 seltzers
whole
on tap.
state?
That's
The whole
right.
state?
Yes.
Nice.
What?
That's big.
I know, right?
That's huge.
Up until just now, I've never even heard of a seltzery. So,
Yeah.
I mean, there
You know
go.
what?
Veronica came up with the concept of it.
Light
and,
bulb right there.
Seltzery.
Okay.
That's fire.
Did you come up with that
Thanks.
word too?
I'll give her that one.
Okay. I'll give her that one.
Okay. Anyways, we'll continue on with the interview. We will. We'll see how many
Why am I
fire
even here?
ideas I have.
You drove.
We
drove.
You carry the seltzers. You carry the 6-packs, the 8-packs.
And Charlie.
So you're gonna turn to me and be like, "Oh,
I
you
forgot
already
you're
know about
here.
me.
Anyways,
Yeah. What about you, sir? Give us some.
Oh, well,
you pop off. You go ready for the next part. What
to
are we
go
gonna
hard.
have? What are we gonna have there?
oh, so we're gonna have paninis and wood-fired pizzas.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna have our 5-window beer. So my cousin Joseph
Hell yeah,
and I
hell yeah,
own
beer.
5-window beer company in downtown Lodi. We've been in business we're going on our 5th year in business. Super
You want to
excited
tell them
about
what the award you just got? What'd you just get?
Oh yeah, we
an
just got
award.
Got an Oscar.
Small
Business
Business
Award of
Lodi.
Lodi. Yeah.
Where you're at.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Cheers to that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Yeah.
A Seltzer.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes, he got
It's on camera, Julie.
he got Small Business
There you
of
go.
the Year award.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Cheers to that.
Thank you.
Nice.
So we
Was
got
it with
that.
the Wango Mango or how'd you win it?
I guess just opening up in downtown Lodi and just having a good vibe. We have live bands on the weekends, every weekend.
Hell yeah.
We're open 7 days a week, and we kind of have the same concept with wood-fired pizzas. We're expanding into another 3,000 square feet of the building right now, and with that, it's going to allow us to open up more of the kitchen to where we can be open for more breakfast and lunch and stuff like that during the week. So we're looking forward to that, and we're just excited to be in Lodi and looking to expand here in Pacific Grove too.
So talk to me about Lodi. Is that where you grew up, or why Lodi? Why?
Yeah,
give me the history. You know what I mean? Why?
Born and raised in Lodi. So my
Great.
grandparents.
Where's that located? I'm sorry.
So we're about 45 minutes south of Sacramento.
Okay.
Yep. So my grandparents moved here from the Dakotas, back in, I don't even know when that was. It was like the 60s, I think. And then both my parents are graduated from Lodi High. I'm born and raised in Lodi, graduated from Lodi High. Worked for my stepdad, went to trade school, welding, did that for about 13 years, and then got into brewing and stuff. We started with a little home brew kit on the kitchen top. And there's about 85 wineries in our 10-mile radius of Lodi. So if you guys ever want to go out for great wine tasting too, it's super fun. Yeah, super fun. No,
Yeah, around so much wine, how'd you get into the brewing?
So there was, like I said, there was only one brewery in Lodi at the time.
Okay.
And so there's all these wineries. And, at the time when we bought our home brew kit, it wasn't even like we were thinking about opening a brewery. We were on like the stovetop doing extract brews and stuff. And having fun with it.
Just cooking.
And just cooking. And
Cooking
that's
up.
what
Over
Breaking
the
Bad
stove,
was going
like-
out. So we were like, we felt like we were cooking, we were cooking on the stove, And so because I was a welder, I was able to build and fabricate our system that we did. And so we were able to, it was still a homebrew setup, but it was it's like a barrel and a half system. So it's a 55-gallon system. And we were brewing for friends' birthday parties, weddings, and stuff like that. Okay. And then, one thing led into another, and it took about like 6 years to get everything lined up, and then stuff just kind of fell into place. And here we are, 5 years later, and things are going good. Winning awards. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
What
thank you.
started it? Was it like a love for beer, or was it like, I'm trying to look for like a new hobby?
Definitely.
Or what
Well,
was it?
It was a great opportunity to be working for my stepdad at the time, and I'm grateful all that for my experience and stuff, but I just wasn't passionate about it. So I was always like looking for something, and it kind of just like fell into place, And like I said, with all the wineries and only being one brewery in Lodi, like the opportunity just was right there for us to kind of like grasp it and go with it.
That's dope. So it was you and who else? I'm sorry.
My cousin Joseph Ehlers.
Okay, so I want to know what that first batch tasted like.
Actually, you know what?
Don't be cocky.
No,
Don't lie. Tell us the
no,
truth.
I'm not.
It was moonshine?
Because my dad. No, it was moonshine. My dad he was talking shit on us. He's like, you didn't brew any beer. But when you buy a home brew kit that's extract, it kind of like takes all of it out of it. Like when you do an all grain, you're actually like milling up your grain. You're steeping it like a tea bag. Like you're steeping it for a certain amount of time, and then you're extracting it with certain temperatures and pulling it through and making sure everything goes well in that process. Well, with extract, you kind of eliminate all that. So it's kind of like foolproof. You kind of like, you dump everything in, you do your thing, let it ferment out. So, it didn't turn out bad. I'm not saying it was the best, but when my dad drank, he was like, well, okay. I'm actually, I'm
liked it?
I'm not disappointed.
Yeah.
Can I have another one?
Yeah, exactly. And to catch a buzz on the first beer that you ever brewed is like it's pretty cool too. You're like,
Okay.
you're like, is this thing really gonna get me buzzed
I
up?
made this.
Drunk.
Dope.
It's like the second episode of Breaking Bad, bro.
I know, right?
I did it.
Yeah, I was Jesse. I was getting high on my supply.
A little bit of chili powder in there. You know?
Right. Captain Cook.
So what's the story between you two? How did you two meet?
So I actually run the largest beer festival in the Central Valley. My background is national events, so I was a national event planner for E&J Gallo Winery for 5 years. And I saw that there was a need for beer festivals in the Central Valley. There wasn't a lot going on. Like, yes, in San Francisco they had some. In LA, you know, they knew what was up. But here in the Valley, there was kind of like a dead zone. So I founded that, 9 years ago. And I got a call one day saying, you know, you should have Five Window at your beer festival. I reached out to Charlie's cousin Joe. I'm like, listen, I heard you guys are good. If you want to be there, come out, bring your guys' Five Window truck. Let's see what's up. So they came out. I met them the first year. It's so crazy that day for me. We have 3,000 attendees, so I'm a little bit, wild. Yeah. So I talked to them briefly. And the second year, I was able to talk to them a little bit more. Joe kind of reached out to me and said, listen, I would really like it if we could plan something separate besides a beer festival. We want to promote Five Window. Let's see what we can do together. So we were actually going to do a country music festival together.
For who?
With Easton Corbin, which was going to be our headliner. And it kind of got smashed with COVID. So... Yeah, we were about to launch. We were looking at venues. A lot of planning went into it.
Yeah.
You know, it
got everything. Lined up. Stage guy,
it was around that March area.
Yeah, around that March area. Yeah, we were ready to go. My Brewfest got canceled. I'm like, shit, what are we gonna do now? You know, so we were actually having conference calls with our talent agency in Nashville, and I was making slushies with White Claw. And they were great. I did a mojito one, I was muddling some mints, putting in that lime juice, drinking as much as I possibly could during COVID. And
I think we all took advantage of that.
Yeah, Charlie called me the next day and he's like, I cannot stop thinking about that slushy you did. I'm like, I know, right?
I know, right? Mom.
There was alcohol.
Yeah, and he's like, I think that we should do a seltzer together. And we both had the time, obviously, during COVID. So just kind of through trial and error, we were able to start the process. We did the pineapple lemon. We were sampling different juices. I was at home juicing different flavors. And the pineapple lemon was our first one that kind of came to light. And then 4 flavors later, I think, we were able to launch. And it's been fire ever since. Yeah. Crazy for us.
Which one was the first flavor?
Pineapple lemon, yeah. Okay, and then we did the hibiscus lime. And then I want to say after that we did blood orange and then berry rush. Yeah, and yes, that's it. And they're all amazing as cocktail bases. So the blood orange is great with the little Aperol in it. Berry rush we've done as a mule. And we've done pineapple lemon with a little Malibu. We did hibiscus lime as a seltzerita. So I mean, they all have their own unique
identity.
Yes,
turbocharge them.
That's right. Yeah. The berry rush is named after the Gold Rush, which I was a cheerleader for the 49ers for 5 years. And I was on a group text with some of the girls because we're still very close. And I'm like, listen, I'm trying to name this berry flavor. Should we name it Berry Berry? I don't know what to do. And they're like, name it after us. That's what you need to do. So I text them. I told them, I got the name. That's what it is. It's Berry Rush. Nice. And then Pink Lemonade came after that. That's our 5th one. So, it's been a roller coaster, but it's been the best ride ever for us.
Fun.
Yeah. This last year.
You think your cheerleading background helped you out with the...
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I made so many contacts being with the 49ers for so long. So
bang.
Yeah, bang bang Niner gang. That's what it is. So we actually sponsor the 49ers alumni golf tournament, and we were so fortunate to work with Keena Turner and Jerry Rice and Joe Montana.
That's crazy.
Yes,
legends.
So legends, and they've all tried our drinks. They're all so supportive, and I mean, they're my family. I see them and I adore them, and they adore me right back. And I mean, I just don't. I was so happy to bring Charlie into that world so he can see what it's like, because we're such a tight knit group together, and you know, I just adore them so much.
Cheers to that.
So.
Cheers to that. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's big.
Cheers.
Jerry
Yes.
Rice, Joe Montana.
Hey, to the
say,
red and
to
gold.
say those names.
Yeah.
Let's go Niners.
Are you
You know what I'm
cheering to
saying?
the red
Saying
and
to
gold?
say your name
cheering
next
for
to
you
those
guys'
names.
success.
That's crazy.
Just to
Yeah.
see those people like walk up to, because we have a little mobile bar that we set up
Right.
and stuff, and just to see these people come and walk up to it, and then to try your stuff and like for them to, you know,
Right.
they said they liked it.
Right.
Actually, Jerry told me "fuck you" is what happened.
He did tell her to fuck off.
He told me to fuck off. Is what
In a
happened.
good way, like, hey, this shit's too good. Fuck
No.
off.
He was drunk.
So what?
Respectfully.
Oh man.
Respectfully.
No, it was not.
funny.
What had happened was.
Should have pulled him by
Yeah,
the ring.
yeah.
the
I
lower,
was like,
hoop ring.
listen,
Right.
honey. No, and he's like, don't be mad at me because I went to the Raiders. I'm like, it's fine. No, I had our graphic design artist had made like this poster of all the old school 49er players, and I sent him like several images, but he forgot to put Jerry Rice on it.
Yeah, so he walks up and it's sitting there on the countertop, and he goes, "Who made this?" And I'm like,
Everybody points at
I
me.
was like Jim Carrey and Dumb and Dumber.
I'm like,
Seabass
I'm like,
under the
what?
bus.
I told him
Like-
like, what? You got a problem with it? And
And he
he's
goes,
like,
"Hey, fuck you."
I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Are you famous? Are you supposed to be on this poster?" He's like, "You know what? Fuck you again." I'm like, "Let's go then." And he's like,
You
"That's
asked Jerry
it."
Rice, are you supposed to be famous?
Yeah.
Yo, that's fire. That's
Yeah.
fire.
And then he said, "That's it. Let's take a picture together." So we took a picture together, did a little dance, and that
No,
was
it was
that.
fun.
You know,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
so
cool.
fun. Yeah,
Oh,
it was
man.
wonderful.
That's what's up.
Joe Montana was super cool. I mean,
So chill.
everyone who came through was super cool and super welcoming, and just
Yeah.
they were having a good time. You could tell. Yeah.
So is this a
That's
normal
awesome.
thing? Like whenever they have games, you guys go ahead and sponsor, or how does that work? Like,
So
She said the golf.
yeah,
right?
the golf. It was a
Yeah,
golf
well,
tournament.
boys
Yeah,
and
like
girls.
the alumni
Yeah.
people are my jam. Like even when I was on the team, I always wanted to like pull for like alumni because they're chill. You know, like their demeanor is different. They're not on the team anymore. They're ready to just have a good time. So whether it be Jesse Sapolo or Jerry Rice or whomever it is, that's who I gravitate towards because I just like their aura. So that's who we sponsor.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's fire. That's fire.
Thanks.
Yeah, it was a fun time for sure.
Good day.
Yeah.
you think if it wasn't for like COVID, would this have even came about?
No, so that's the thing is like about COVID is like
No way.
as much as I bitch about it and I'm like sick and tired of the mask situations and
You
all that
tell
stuff,
me.
like I'm so tired of it. It's like
It's the
this is
disease
creative.
part, the little whole stay at home and
Yeah.
and do what you want kind of part. That was like the good part, but the whole
Yeah.
you know, the whole sickness, that whole bullshit.
Oh,
we have to
that
do
sucks.
this and
yeah. No, that's no good for sure.
Mhm.
But I mean, it's seriously, it's like we wouldn't be sitting here with you
Yeah.
guys if it wouldn't have happened. You know.
Yeah, and that's the thing with COVID
Yeah.
too. Is like for some people it could be a blessing in disguise because they were working jobs, 9-to-5s, and they got let go. And some people were just forced to be creative and see what they could come up
A
with.
lot of
or-
people came out with
yeah,
talents.
and then
a lot of
100%.
businesses
Yeah.
came out too.
I feel like this like gave a lot of people time to actually kind of think of themselves and like kind of like get that creative spark going from themselves because they
Yeah,
probably
definitely.
haven't done nothing creatively since they started working. Just they're just so busy working.
Right.
And now that they could like create this income with
Take
their
a little
own
bit of a breath
skills,
of doing it,
with their
yeah.
own creative ideas, do you think like people like just needed this like wake up call to like, hey, you could chase your dream, you just got to
Yeah.
put the effort in.
No, definitely. There was
Yeah.
definitely opportunity for people to do that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well,
Yeah.
I think that you were also able to like find match energies. You know what I mean? Like, Charlie and I together, and Joe as well, we're very much go-getters, and for us to be able to link up and not be kind of dispersed like throughout a bunch of people, to be able to just focus on the three of us, I think was like a benefit because we were able to figure out like what we really wanted to do, what do we want to do in life in general, and then kind of go for it. Even like this, our location in Pacific Grove was very difficult to get. I mean, it almost took us a year to really
Yeah.
get it, but we just didn't give up, you
Yeah,
know?
I mean, and that was during COVID too. So I mean, when you're negotiating all that, I mean, we were unsure of what was going to happen. So I mean, that's a lot of like what took so long to get to this point too. But I mean, we're definitely happy to be here
Yeah.
and definitely happy to meet like Ricky, Charles, Daniel, all that.
Shout
I
out
mean,
to
like,
Ricky.
Shout out to Ricky.
Shout out to Ricky.
Shout out Ricky. Cheers to Ricky.
Hey, here we go. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers to Ricky.
Cheers to Ricky.
I mean, what Ricky doesn't know
Eric
honestly.
took my mango
get
beer
one.
that I was saving, but it's fine.
What are you saying?
Oh.
He took
Well,
the
I mean,
other
You
one.
know there's plenty.
I want you
Okay,
guys
I
to
got
know
the
what
pink
Ricky doesn't
lemonade.
know is that Charlie and I talk about him probably at least once a week. How grateful we are to have
Definitely.
this guy.
She's
No,
not lying,
tell
because
the
we are
truth.
too, because we're
Yeah.
grateful
No,
too.
we do, and I'll be
Stop
like,
it,
okay.
guys.
Tell the truth.
That's it. I'm
I'll be
walking
like-
out.
He doesn't
No.
like blushing.
No.
He doesn't like blushing.
Yeah, right.
I'm turning around.
And how much do I adore your brother too? I mean, everybody's
My brother's
been
amazing.
Oh, so amazing, and Charles too. Like, I don't know what we do without the three of them. They've been so great to us.
Well,
You guys
yeah.
met him on a whim, or how'd you
Oh
guys
no,
meet?
whim.
I mean, shout out to
It's
shout out to
true.
Lover's Point.
Lover's Point
Lover's
in
Point.
general.
Lovis Point in.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, great. I mean, the whole staff's just awesome people. I mean,
We
it's
just happen to be at the
At the right
right
the
place
right
at the right
at the right
time.
time.
Just happened to have a job during COVID.
See, y'all got to enjoy it. I kept working through COVID. It wasn't a break for me.
no,
Well,
it's so true.
Well, I appreciate the kind words.
yes.
Yeah.
No, we love Ricky.
No, I love.
Into the what would you call it? The Seltzeria? The Seltzeria?
Seltzerita is the drink.
Seltzerita,
but
okay.
Seltzery.
The
the
Seltzeria.
actual
So
The
like a
location,
brewery,
yeah.
winery, seltzery.
Seltzery.
How'd you guys land on Lover's Point and that location right there specifically?
So we were like we were looking kind of like for another spot to like open up. We were looking in like Livermore, Bay Area kind of vibe and stuff. And then I was looking online and this spot had popped up there, and then Veronica's like, "Oh, I have family pics exactly across the street from this location."
a lot of people do.
You know? Yeah. Then
I'll show 'em
they're
to
in
you
their
guys
house
later.
like up there with their kids and stuff. And so then I was like, "Oh, well, I called the number. I met Jose. He's the property manager. Super cool dude." Went there and looked at it the first time, and when you're going there and looking at it, you're just like, "Oh man, like this is like too good to be true." It's like it's fun that we're able to look at it. It probably won't work out, but it's just cool that we actually could see it,
Yeah.
And then we came back again, and then it was just like how many times did we come back?
We looked at several locations. We went
Yeah.
to Sac, we went to Livermore, we went to Napa, but nothing
Oh, that's
gave
right,
us
Napa
the
too.
same vibe. We loved it there. We loved the atmosphere. We loved just like seeing everybody across the street at the park. I think we probably came back 3 times before we started making offers, and the actual owner of the building lives in China. So to go back and forth, even with time zones, and was a vibe.
How much
Yeah.
is a time zone? It's like a whole ass day. I feel like.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know, you're, like,
practically,
working
it's like
opposite
day to
days.
night.
Yeah,
You
day
know what
and
I'm
night,
saying?
yeah.
It
That's
is
crazy.
not the same.
So when you're doing an email, it's just like it's
Yeah.
going to take a couple days
Right.
to get something back.
Yeah, and there was times where like, should we just let it go? I feel like they're not working with us. Should we just stop? And
Yeah,
we
'cause-
we didn't.
Yeah, because even the Livermore spot, we're like, okay, well maybe we'll make it go at this spot, and then but like something happened, we're like, no, we got to go back to Pacific Grove. It's just like, it just felt right when we were here from the get go. Yeah, and everyone that we've met, I mean, just like Ricky, I mean, there's so many people that you meet, and everyone's so welcoming, and just like, the community here is so awesome. They're like open arms for something to go back in there, and it's just it's so
The
awesome.
Peninsula's
I was
been
just about to
amazing
say.
to us. Amazing. Yeah.
There's so much commute.
Yeah.
There's so much going on,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like
especially
me as a local bro, like there's people that just enjoy driving that way because you're entering the Sillamore is such a lovely drive. You know
We
what
just
I mean?
drive it sometimes just to drive it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I've been driving by there, like I'm like, when are they gonna open something up over here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's been a while.
This guy right here, he's been watching the whole freaking thing.
Yeah.
It's like, who are those Valley people back again in that truck?
okay.
Taking all the
Yeah.
parking.
This guy's got like the
Lifted.
biggest lifted monster truck. Go ahead,
Yeah.
tell him
Gravedigger?
about. He
Is he
loves
gonna
it.
be outside?
He
He's
going
loves
outside.
it. Go ahead,
Gravedigger.
tell him about it.
What?
First of all,
Is outside?
her name's Janet. Tell
name's
The
him
monster
more.
truck is Janet.
Because I want to see.
Her
She's a
name.
bad
Her name
bitch.
is Janet.
Hey, Janet's are.
Her name be
I wanna
Janet.
ride
Janet's
it.
are very lucky women.
Janet's.
Yeah.
She's white, hard.
She's
Whoa! Whoa!
what?
I know a couple lovely Janets.
Okay.
She's
It's an
white and
HBO
very
show. It's fine.
clean.
Clean.
And no, she's got a 9-inch lift on her. She's straight piped, you know. Sounds good going through the.
She's turbo.
She goes through the tunnel. She sounds really good.
Nice.
You know?
Nice.
Tell them about your horn.
Oh, it has a train horn on it too.
It's a what?
It has a train horn on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She wants to toot it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Man, I love a train horn. Love a train horn.
So does he. So does he.
Yeah.
Shout out Lodi!
Big up to Lodi. Another cheers.
Yeah,
another
hey,
cheers.
yeah, you don't see those trucks around here.
Cheers.
I was driving by in Lodi, and there was some dude like trying to walk across some pole. It was like in town, so I was like, "Oh, hold on a second." We were cruising by him. I just hit the train horn. He jumped right off like what he was trying to walk on. He looked at me. He's like, "You asshole."
Me too, bro.
Yeah, hey, you would think the same thing.
So,
Crazy.
I know you guys are looking into the restaurant business.
Yes.
I've been in the cannabis industry for a bit over a year.
Okay.
And I'm starting to notice some alcohol companies are diving into the cannabis industry. For example, Fireball came out with some edibles.
Disgusting.
Yeah,
Oh, did
like
they?
some
They
yeah,
were
like some
disgusting. Give me
They're
one.
not
I'll
good?
try
No, they're
it.
actually pretty good. They
I
got
don't
some
like
like
Fireball.
spice cinnamon
Yeah.
edibles.
Okay.
And they're coming out with different flavors. Pabst Blue Ribbon came out with their own cannabis infused seltzers, and I'm just wondering, is cannabis industry or the cannabis
On our
business,
radar?
yeah, on your guys' radar? Would
Oh,
it would
definitely.
it be something you guys would consider?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. No, like I'm totally down to dive into that. But
But first, you know, there's a
I
lot-
think we got to get everything going
Yeah.
here,
Mhm.
and then when the opportunity arises, like we're totally on board to do that. You know.
Yeah, being that I am in the beer industry and that I have the Brewfest, I feel like I've been able to meet so many brewers that are able to kind of dive into different realms. And Steve Altamari, who's with High Water Brewing, has kind of dabbled in that for years and years, and I think he'd be a great person to kind of coach us through that. But I think that we have a lot of kind of different pool with if that's something we want to go into. If it's not, I mean, I know that even just like different areas that we're going to go into is in regards to the seltzer, we're definitely going to do sparkling water because we know that people are not going to necessarily want to have alcoholic beverages all the time at our seltzery, so we're working with that. We are very open to different areas of expansion. I don't know if you want to tell them a little bit about what else we're going to be doing at our location, but
Yeah, so like the building of its whole it's separated actually into 5 different spots. So like A is what we currently have. And there's A, then there's B, like where like the panoramic of the glasses.
Yeah.
And then it goes over to the side too. So it goes A, B, C, D, and E. So we have A already, and then we're taking over B too, which will be like overflow, and then also it's going to be for like private parties and stuff. But then Veronica and I also took over C, and we're going to open up a frozen yogurt shop, and it's going to be called Treat Yourself.
Treat
Yeah,
yourself.
Treat Yourself.
Nice.
So we're going to have 6 flavors, for you to try, and then
all kinds of toppings.
all kinds of toppings bars.
It's dangerous, man. I'll be going to frozen yogurt places. I'll be starting off with like one
They're supposed
idea,
to be healthy.
and then I see all these toppings. I'm like, man, do I got to start over? Like, damn, I'm already.
You're just gonna
Yeah, I tried to
Yeah.
do some with strawberry, then I see all these chocolate toppings. I'm like, damn, I feel like I
Yeah.
gotta start
Yes.
over. You
Yeah.
know?
So we see so many opportunities when it comes to just being there. We're sitting there, we're watching all the people kind of out and about at Lovers Point. So we're like, okay, what else can we do here? We're at the space. We're already here. Our contractors are here. What else can we make happen? So that's kind of what we've come up with thus far. I mean, we have a lot of other ideas, but
Just based off ideas and just based off, like, again, just me being a local,
yeah.
what you guys are bringing to life is not something that's here in just one location. You can't go to one location and be like, oh, can I get a seltzer, a pizza? Oh, wait, do I have the option to get some frozen yogurt? Like,
right.
It's
Thank
pretty
you.
dope. So you guys have a
Variety of
No,
selections?
it's not like
One-stop shop.
not even that. It's like
Vibe.
Vibe. It's a vibe.
I mean, the
Vibe.
vibe, we
It's a
definitely have a
vibe.
vibe
Yeah.
over there too. I mean, we like kind of retro, like modern.
Yeah.
So we will pay kind of like homage to Pacific Grove. We know it's kind of like an old school vibe, you know? So like we will kind of have like that throwback feeling to like the 50s and when the pool was there and everything that was going on in Pacific Grove. But we also want to add our own special touch. So I think that when you guys come in and you see kind of like the metals that we're focusing on and like the clean lines that we're focusing on, and then you transition to the frozen yogurt shop, it'll all kind of flow together, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
And then like with all that, with like she was saying, with everything going on over there, you know, the city has 1 hour permits for like people to get married or, you know, birthday parties and all that stuff. So we see the opportunity for that. So then with like B and C,
Did you get married
with
over
that.
there? Oh, you did?
Yeah, Ricky got married.
Ricky got married
Oh,
over
did
there.
you?
Yeah.
What?
I did.
Oh, Ricky.
Aw.
Oh, Ricky.
Aw.
Ricky. He doesn't like to blush. He
You're
doesn't
so
like to
fine.
blush.
Aw.
Yeah, we reserved it. It was cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
was.
He didn't go,
nice.
so he doesn't know how it was.
Amor. I called him
He
out.
wanted to go to a graduation,
Ay.
his homeboy wedding.
Oh,
He was supposed to be the one with the pillow in the ring.
The ring bear.
why didn't you be the flower girl?
I was both the ring bear and the flower girl.
Yeah, so then with that, like, if someone wants to come over and reserve, like, the space B and C, you can do that together, and then you can have even, like, your frozen yogurt you'll have for, like, your dessert to your
Yeah, like
wedding and all that kind of
your
stuff.
dessert
Yeah.
bar or whatever.
It's cool. Yeah.
Man.
Like I told you guys earlier,
You could have
that's
been
I could have been there.
Could have been there.
So the spot back home, what's that like? Is that just more of like a bar and,
So
and
it's a
pizza
industri-
spot? Like,
So we're downtown, but we're, like, on the outskirts of downtown. So, I mean, we're still down there, but it's at the end of it. We're in a 9,000 square foot building, and then we have a 4,000 square foot outdoor area to where, you know, people rent that out. We have cornhole out there. We have live bands out there. But everything's open concept, so like you can go and walk through. You can see the tanks. You can see our brewing process, and then in our
you guys have like an IG for that?
yeah. So it's 5window.com or
Let 'em know.
5window.
Can you pull it up, June?
5window beer.
Up the IG.
5window beer on Instagram. 5window beer.
5window beer.
I just want to get a visual of what the
Yeah.
place looks like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So it's definitely a different
Five
vibe
window
than what
beer
we
co.
have going on in Pacific Grove. It's much more
Yeah.
industrial, like concrete, different
It's like
metals.
block walls,
yeah,
and
it's
a metal
not
building. Yeah.
what's happening here. But
There you go. The top one. There you go.
yeah.
So when you go there, you see a lot of like locals, a lot of people you grew up
Yes.
with, like little
Yes.
like.
Oh yeah, I mean,
For
because
sure.
I'm from Lodi. I mean, Lodi's a 70,000.
There's the truck.
There's the truck, baby.
There's the truck.
What are the dogs' names?
Yeah.
So that's Izzy actually on the left, and that's Rooney on the
Izzy's
right.
the old OG
Shout out
right
Rooney,
there.
Ronnie.
Yeah, so Izzy's one of the original ones. My
Yes.
dog passed away. That was
Riley
with her.
was her name.
Condolences.
Yeah,
Yeah.
her
Condolences.
sister.
There's
Yeah,
three,
there's
she was
three, okay.
adorable. No,
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
that's Rooney in the middle, and then my current dog, is the one on the right. That's Ari.
named after Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande.
In case you were wondering.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what? Cheers to that.
Guess
Cheers.
who named her?
Cheers. Yeah, cheers.
Yeah. All right.
Cheers to all the dogs.
Cheers to all
Yeah,
the
so there's like
dogs.
the old truck, and that's Izzy and Rooney in the front of it, right there, in the middle.
And we love that we get
Those
to talk
pieces
about
look
Five Window
good.
too.
Yep, and so then that was our Christmas thing that we had over there too as well.
Santa.
We had Santa, so people would
That's
come in the
tight.
back. That's in our
Yeah.
beer garden.
Wow.
Those are just some like bands and stuff
Those
that
are
we've
tacos.
had.
I can't wait to have
That's
your guys'
awesome.
pizza.
Oh
yeah,
man,
you
that
gotta
burger
come.
is that a burger up there?
Bro, I'm gonna get everything on the menu.
Oh, yeah,
I
so
can't wait
on
for you
We
guys
should
to
take
come
a
Burgers,
too.
trip. We
Yeah.
should take
On
a
Monday
trip.
nights we have a food truck come. It's called a Movable Feast, and they are so good. You guys come on a Monday night, you will get that. It's so good.
Oh, it's so fun. I
Tell
can't
them,
wait to black out.
tell them too
Yeah.
about the pizza that we're going to be having. How it has the brewer's yeast in it.
Oh yeah, so like all of our dough's made with our brewer's yeast in it, so it's double proofed, and so like some
Our
of the
pizza
beers
dough.
that we use or that we make, the yeast that we use in it, we use it inside of our dough of our pizza too.
Oh, bro.
So
So,
it gives
I
it
used to
some-
make pizza, bro. I love making pizza.
There
so
you
like,
go.
Yeah.
What?
I know what you're talking about. Like,
So you get it?
Did you do the whole
Oh,
flip thing?
wow,
Did you
yeah,
flip it? Did you flip
yeah,
it?
I was able to
Oh
flip
yeah,
it.
Yeah, get
can
stuck
launch
in
those
the
fingers
pan.
to the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call you a Roni's
I
Galaxy?
got you. Pretty close.
A Ronnie's Galaxy?
No, they said, Ronnie, you're fired, bro.
Oh.
Not supposed to spin it.
But,
Oh, that's funny.
There goes my dream of being a pizza
On his
maker.
day
so I
off.
want to get into the logo because obviously Is that
Show
what
it off.
inspired
Show it
the
off. You got it
logo?
right there, no?
Yeah, that
was
right
the-
here.
I don't know if you can pan into this. Zoom real quick right here, but
It's a beautiful
Yeah,
sign.
so
we got the beautiful truck with the beautiful doggies on there.
so the 5-window truck,
Five window and Wi-Fi. Oh, obviously 5-window truck. There.
Yep, it's a it's a 5-window truck, so it's a 1954 GMC pickup truck.
Classic.
And so Joe, my business partner, his great grandfather bought the truck brand new. We grew up driving it out on his parents' farm. We were like 13, 14 years old. We actually even got pulled over by the sheriff one time. We were like barely see over. So we're driving out to his other vineyard to like go fix leaks and stuff because like coyotes will go up in the middle of the night in the summertime trying to get water and stuff. So they'll puncture the lines trying to get water. And so you're out there fixing them. But the sheriff's like, "What are you guys doing driving on the road?" And we're like, "We're going out here to work." And he's like, "Just get off the road." So it was funny. Yeah, so it was cool. That's what I mean. When it all came to it, we're like, why don't we name it after the old truck? You know. So the '54 truck meant a lot to us. Actually, in high school, Joe's dad sold the truck. We actually relocated it. It's actually in Compton. We sent a letter to the dude. Didn't get any responses back. So, we're like, screw it. We're gonna go find another truck. Found this truck in Petaluma. That truck is in with 100 of the VIN number of the one that originally that we grew up with. So it was like pretty cool to find one like that. But it had been sitting
Super
in the
rare.
field. Yeah.
But was that the purpose, or you just lucked up like that? You just lucked up to happen.
It just happened.
It was just like, okay, we found a 54 GMC. We looked at the VIN number and it was like, holy shit, this thing's.
We have to.
Yeah, I was like, all right. I think we paid like $5,000 for the truck, but I mean, it was literally like
It's worth it.
the motor was seized up. I mean, everything needed brand new everything, but we left everything old on the outside, so it looks like an old beat up farm truck. But everything runs good. The brakes won't go out on it.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, because I got rear-ended by a truck just like this. Bitch.
Yeah.
Respectfully,
you
Respectfully, bitch, but respectfully.
No, not disrespectfully, but respectfully, but disrespectfully.
Yeah. So then, we have it, and we were actually just in the light parade with it and stuff. And
So it runs, right?
It runs,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So what motor did you guys put in it?
It still has the original motor in
Really?
it. I think it's I forget, it's a straight 6, and I forget the exact CC on it. But it's the bigger one of the two. But let me tell you, I mean, 55 miles an hour, it's sketchy. I mean, you're like cruising around, it's like the front end walks around, and you're just like...
It's definitely for cruising. It's definitely
Yeah,
cruising.
you want to go like 35, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
School
that's what you
zone
take
truck.
on,
It's a
on
school zone
Solomar.
truck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're not
okay.
going
Exactly.
anything more than that.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's fun, dude. Yeah.
Nice.
It's a cool truck. The floorboards are rusted on it. You can see the asphalt going underneath you and
Yeah.
stuff.
That's dope.
Yeah. Now you start. I think I was telling you earlier. You had to turn the key on, and then you push it on the floor with your foot.
Yeah.
And that's how you crank it up.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a pretty cool truck though.
It
nice.
is unique. Very
Yeah,
unique.
definitely unique.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring it up here. I think like when we do the car show,
week.
it's in town.
August.
We'll bring it up here and have it.
That's
parked up
perfect.
front.
If you
Yeah.
want to add
We're
another
gonna-
dog to
yeah.
it, put me on there.
Stop?
Bro.
For real? Oh my gosh, for
Hey.
real? Seriously?
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay. Let's do this.
Yeah, they call him the
Yeah.
dog.
Okay.
They call him the dog. You know what I mean?
Really?
Because he loves unconditionally. That's why.
Oh my gosh. I
That's so
love that
cute.
about you. Ay.
Man's best friend over here.
Man's best
Yeah.
friend. Man's best friend. Always there when you need him.
Oh, Papa, it's good. Oh.
You want a treat?
Don't blush, Papacito. It's okay.
That was his nickname in high school too.
Stop! Stop!
didn't even go to
Mira
same school.
qué chulo estás.
Hey, but I heard though.
The word got around.
Word got around, man.
Hey, look at this. Look
Low
at
die,
this.
baby.
This is the podcast we cheer the most in.
Cheers, cheers, cheers.
I use the restroom.
Oh no, you
No,
go.
you go ahead, go ahead, go ahead,
I gotta go.
Right in the.
You
That's
know,
okay.
if you gotta go, you
Focus
gotta
on
go,
me.
you gotta go.
It's good.
No, it's all good. We can keep it running if you want.
Yeah, I can run this whole thing. Go, go for me. I got stories.
I'm a strong, independent woman.
So
That's right.
what made you want to get into cheerleading? Like, what was
So I was a dancer all my life. Oh,
certain dance?
This is about me. If you're gonna go to the bathroom, If you're gonna go to
You
the
can watch the
bathroom,
episode and
then
find
go.
out.
I can hold it.
No, I was
what kind of dancing?
I was a jazz dancer, a cheerleader all my life, and I just wasn't ready to stop. And my college dance team was like great, but just not what I was looking for. So
What college? Sorry.
I actually went to Modesto Junior College and Stan State in Turlock, California. What?
Okay.
Yes, we have some people in the audience that
We
know.
got some fans. We got some
Anyways. And I actually tried out for the Gold Rush, and I did not make it my first year. I had no idea what I was doing. I'm like, oh my gosh, these girls are so glamorous. Like, everybody looks so beautiful. And I'm like, from a tiny little town. I had 8,000 people in my town when I grew up, you know?
Shit.
So I was like, that's it. I got to do the research. So I did. I like figured out like where everybody was going. They were getting these beautiful like outfits from like Berkeley, and I went there and I had the girl make me my shit. And I'm like, this is it. This is what I got to do. I found like my custom color. I was white with sparkles. I'm like, this is who I am going to be. And I went.
It was honestly Ricky designing everything.
Yeah, it was Ricky that was making it. It was silver and black.
It was silver and black, and then she bleached it, and then she bleached it,
And then I bleached it, and then I went, and there was 550 girls that auditioned my second year.
Yeah.
There was 11 spots.
Wow.
And, you know, this small valley girl made it to the top.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, another cheers. Yeah,
And I was
another
there
cheers,
5
another
years.
cheers.
I'm in the 49ers Museum to this day.
Nice.
Damn.
Nice.
At the Levi Stadium, and here I am.
So you get free access all the time? Or did you go through the back?
Yo, I didn't even know I was in the museum.
One time is like, wait.
How about
I was like,
That's
excuse
me.
no,
You see
someone
that?
sent me a picture.
It's like,
They're
give me
like,
my check.
girl, you're in the fucking museum. I had no clue. I haven't even seen it to this day. But,
Wow.
you know, it is what it is. Yeah, but it's a good picture, so I'm good with it.
Yeah. As long as
I
the
look
picture
fly
looks
in the
good, you know.
picture, and I'm on like this huge fucking tablet, like iPad tablet that like you tap and it takes
Oh,
you
really?
into
Oh, shit, that's tight.
dope.
That's really
Yeah,
dope
right?
because
Thank you.
when people are watching like football games and they see the little like split seconds of the cheerleaders right before commercial, they don't really think like what it took for that person to get there. You know?
I loved every minute. Like if I could like go back in right this very second, I would. Like it was glamour and glitz, and I worked so fucking hard the entire time. I was a cheerleader, I was an insurance agent, and I was going to school full time.
Hustle.
So, you know, the hustle
Hustle.
was when I was young, and I loved every minute, and if I could go back, I would. Yeah. Loved
That's
every, I would
dope.
do it
That's
for
dope.
free, and we made $100 a game.
No,
You know what
don't
I'm
do it for
saying? We
free,
made
but that was dope,
$100
though.
a game.
$100 a game.
What?
Yeah. But I loved every minute of it. And I love the girls to this day, too.
That's tight.
Yeah. We're very good friends. So
Insights.
it was
yeah.
worth it.
Cheerleaders.
There wasn't no cat fights in the back though. Like I mean, like once everybody went to
course
the
you were.
Listen, I was like, yo, I got Tio,
I wanna get thrown
you
in
got
there.
Jeff Garcia. Let's go for this.
Hey, Jeff Garcia, OG,
Yeah.
OG,
OG, yeah.
Big
San
OG.
Jose State.
Yeah, really gotta have
Hey.
your fitness on point, like in order to do that. Like that's not easy, like you know.
You know what? It wasn't. And we had talent agencies that we work with at the very beginning of the year, and they would kind of pinch and pull at your body, and it was a vibe. But I think like if you have enough self-confidence and you know like what you are, regardless of what your body looks like, that's all that matters. And that's kind of who I was in general. And I'm Latin, and my body's not tiny, and I was okay with it because the crowd was okay with it. So
Yeah.
it was fine.
That's a
Own it.
real thing. I've seen
Yeah.
it in movies where they'd be like
Yes.
really- that's-
No, like literally they were like, girl, you have like an inch over your skirt. And I'm like, you know what? That person in the crowd loves this inch. And if you're not okay with it, kick me off the team.
That's
the
right.
person in the crowd paid
Yeah.
for this inch.
Pay for me to get this inch. And I am the January cover girl.
Your
Yeah.
pictures
So,
are up in the new stadium, isn't it?
yeah, in the museum.
In the
Mhm.
museum, yeah.
Yeah.
Listen.
Listen.
Everybody else was okay
Yeah.
with it.
Like,
I was
pay
okay
me.
with it. So it is what it is. Kick me off if you're not cool with it. And, you know, I didn't get kicked off. So,
That's good. You stood your
Yeah.
ground. You know,
I
and
did.
they picked you for
Yeah.
a reason. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
they saw
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
so it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
What about you? You look like a QB. You look like a really good QB. You look like a good quarterback.
Opposite.
He's a rapper.
So I actually just got into football like this last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I grew up racing motocross, and
You know what's funny because he said QB. I was like, you kind of look like what's the dude from Fast and Furious?
Paul
Paul Walker. Like what's it called? Like O'Brien.
Brian O'Connor.
You look a little bit like O'Brien.
O'Brien.
Yeah.
doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, baby.
But you start, yeah. Brian O'Connor. There we go.
There we go.
Pull up a picture.
But you start saying you started racing, so it's crazy, bro. I see. There we
God
go.
loves the cars.
That was a compliment.
You pull
I
up a
will
picture,
take
Jim.
that. Run that back.
Okay, but I'm sorry.
Highlight
you were saying?
reel.
Yeah, so I mean, I grew up racing motocross and stuff, and so like
Dope.
I was so infatuated with motocross that like any other sport, I just wasn't even like paying attention to.
High
stuff
jumps and all that type of
There
stuff.
you go. That's the man. Can't tell the difference.
Hold on a second. Let me give you my best.
Bro.
I'm dying. You guys are making us here.
2022 just got started. It's better than 2021.
Get this guy a Supra, man. Fuck.
Give me a car. Get rid of my Janet. We know that. Yeah, so growing up racing and stuff like that. I mean, like all my uncles are into NASCAR and stuff, and you know, I was never really fully into NASCAR, but always like motorsports and stuff, you know. But I've actually like really enjoyed the football season this year, and even like when I talked to like Veronica or some of my other friends are like, "Bitch, you don't know what the hell you're talking about."
That's
I'm
cute.
like, I've watched the whole game.
Yeah.
You know, so no, I'm really enjoying it. But yeah, motocross is like where I was at, you know, growing up, and I had a great time doing it. You know, so I still have a dirt bike, but the baby's collecting dust now. So
Yeah.
it's a coat hanger.
Yeah,
because
we're so busy.
can't get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
Too
really
much
grew up
feel
like
bad.
doing those jumps, like
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
Wheelies.
Wheelies. No. Yeah. Wheelies.
fucking Meek Mill with it. Fuck, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
no.
Okay.
Man, I
I
remember
mean, I was nothing to look at, but
I
I
had
mean,
a
yeah, I
cousin
did it.
Whiskey
Local-
Throttle
local.
one time.
Oh.
Hilarious.
Oh man, I was at Los
Hilarious.
Banos and I was online, and my buddy's dad was like, "Hey, just he like dropped right. He's like, keep the gas on till here, feather the clutch out and go." My first moto, I hit it perfect. My second moto, and I like won my first moto, so I like came out all cocky. I was like, "All right, bitch, I'm about to fuck all y'all, daddy
Watch
here."
Like
out.
confidence.
Charlie
Like
Lipper
confidence.
in the
I
house.
was like, "Rrrr." I let it go. The bike went out right from underneath me and just flipped out right from underneath me.
You couldn't let go.
It was a
At
total
least,
amateur
at least you
move.
let go. At least
No,
you let go.
Yeah, right? It was a total amateur move. And so I remember just like picking up the bike and I was like, I gotta make up for it.
I'm still hella hard.
No, my stepdad, he grew up racing professionally, and I remember him like when we were riding together, we were going around a turn one time, and I mean, he was so much better than me at the time. Now I'll smoke his ass.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, Grandpa.
Mike
Got
would be pissed. Mike would be pissed if he heard this.
Oh yeah, let him hear
Yeah,
this.
let him hear it.
Let's
He'd be
go.
pissed.
He was going around the corner on the outside of me. He reached over and just grabbed my front brake, and my front just went down. I stood up and I was like, "What's up?" And he just like, he took off.
He's the
But
best.
it was fun.
Gotta
growing up.
learn. You gotta learn.
Yeah.
It's a good family sport. I mean, it's so much fun. I mean, the people that you meet in it, it's awesome sport. It really is.
I mean, I will
dope.
say too, like even Charlie just kind of touching on our families, like we have been so fortunate. Like our families have been amazing throughout this process. They are so incredibly supportive of us, like opening up this location, and we send them videos.
Free beer.
Like, free
Yeah,
beer,
yeah.
but like
beer,
no,
let's send a
listen, like
case.
even Ricky knows, like we've already blocked out rooms for like Feast of Lanterns and Car Week show. I'm like, listen, my mom will be here and you're gonna meet her, so get ready. I'm like,
To be
they're-
nice.
Yeah,
Be
so
nice.
be nice.
Treat her
She'll
nice.
make you.
I gotta comb my hair back.
She'll make you
Oh.
breakfast
She
burritos
made
in the
us-
morning.
oh,
like
yeah.
I'm like,
Fire.
you're like,
Oh,
listen, yeah. I'm like,
I'm
you're,
gonna
yeah, like,
wait. I'm gonna
listen,
expect
your
that.
chorizo and huevos will be
Yeah.
ready to go.
Hey,
I'm
Ricky
like,
does
listen,
enjoy
yeah,
his
so
chorizo.
this- yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like, because they've been so great to us. Like they
Yeah.
are just so happy for us, like chasing our dreams. Like they're ready for it to happen.
Yeah.
You know.
And like she was saying, like family. My grandma owned a restaurant in downtown Lodi, so like I grew up in a restaurant atmosphere. My grandma's like 89 now, and she comes every Wednesday to the brewery, and she preps out like
God
Chops,
bless.
yeah, chops,
Yeah, and she's just
vegetables. She's ready to go.
Yeah, and she's like, she's German, like, she's like, okay, honey, I'm gonna cut all this up. She's like, how many tomatoes do you want to cut out? All this stuff. And
God
she's just
bless
in her
Grandma.
shit.
No, seriously.
She's a bomb. Like,
Yeah,
she is
she's like,
so
honey,
awesome.
who's gonna be cutting the vegetables in Pacific Grove? We're like, don't worry,
Yeah,
Grandma.
that's what she goes. I
It's
was
gonna
like,
happen.
You have to go
yeah.
once a week and go cut
Yeah.
up some
Well,
stuff.
speaking of, like, you guys being outside of the area, have you guys brought the family here yet, or is it just?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they've come and like they've checked. Like when we got the keys, like we brought everyone here and stuff, and like so excited.
How do
for
they feel
it.
about it?
Oh, they love it. At first, I
Wild.
mean, they're like, "Are you guys crazy?" And
They
we're
think
like,
we're crazy.
"Yes."
Not even at first, still to this day.
Every
Yeah.
great idea seems a little crazy at
Oh,
first.
Right,
100%.
right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, as crazy as it sounds, I mean, like,
It's gonna work.
we didn't fight it, you know. It's like the doors just open, and I mean, like the people that we meet, like we said, like meeting Ricky and stuff. It's just like it all falls into place. It really does.
Yeah.
And I still remember talking to a lot of people when I was trying to open up the brewery, because like I said, it took like 6 years to figure everything out. And I remember
crazy.
talking to one of my friend's dads, and he's like, "Don't fight it." He goes, "When it will happen and it's right, it'll all happen. It'll be all right."
Totally.
Best advice.
And when I signed
Totally.
the lease to the building that we're in right now, I had a broken femur at the time. I was on crutches,
How'd that happen?
wakeboarding. Yeah,
Another
wakeboarding.
super sport.
What don't you do?
You guys
What
look
doesn't
at
he,
you.
what doesn't he do?
Hey,
Mr.
next,
Extreme.
just play the Xbox next week, bro.
Yeah,
I'll still
take
get
it,
hurt.
take it easy.
I'll throw
Really
the
gonna break his
shame
down.
in my
Stop
head.
wrestling, it's
Carpal
over.
tunnel, carpal tunnel. Hey, my first 6 years of my life, I went to the hospital every year.
Stuff of your life?
Oh yeah, dude, I stepped
you on
on a
a
nail, went through my foot, and then I chopped off this finger completely.
Oh,
They sewed it back on. Yeah,
I was gonna say,
yeah.
You can't even tell.
Yeah, a little scar
Still
right
works.
there. Busted into my mom's purse, ate all the Flintstones out of there.
Wait, what?
You know,
Just to feel something.
At least,
I just want to
I
feel.
started
I just want to feel
I just want
again.
to feel.
hey,
I just want to feel again.
that's great, man. I stored it all of my mom's
I was
Flintstones, so it's fine.
Yeah,
I just
I was crying in a corner.
Somebody give me something.
Yeah, give me some. Oh, and then another good one was.
I just want to feel something.
Yeah, it was Sunday, and I was at church, and I was like, I wanted to get a swing, and there's like 20 kids in the class. There's only 3 swings, so I was like, I'm gonna get that swing. So I was like charging to the front door, and then the door wasn't open.
Oh, but it was
Oh,
clear.
that's Eric.
Yo.
Eric's pulled that move.
So I hit it. I think I still have the scar like up on one of my head.
Right there. Right there.
Hit the corner of the door, split open. Called my parents and like went to the hospital. Got stitches right here. Another time we were parked on a curb like this, and I was sitting next to my sister, and she was on this side. Well, my sister put us in the car, and then she opened up the door, and then I fell out and like whacked my head on the curb too. Like it was just
Were you sleeping or
no, I was just a kid.
High.
just a baby, bro.
No, he was high.
just leaning?
Yeah, I was high at 4.
High at,
Fucking
high at 6.
fucking
High at
Flintstone
6.
vitamins. The Flintstone vitamins got
vitamins.
fucked
They were
up.
still
Fucked
hitting
them
me
up.
back then.
Yeah. He's still be trying to chase that.
Too much vitamin C fuck you up, bro.
Hey, that shit's real.
It's a real
So
deal.
anyways, yeah, it was fun, and so then motocross, I've broken this leg, broke this leg, and had little minor injuries, but yeah.
Hey, you
it's-
living life.
Yay.
Yeah.
He's lived
Got
life.
stories.
Live
Those are
life.
stories.
Yeah, you
Those
still
are
living
stories.
life.
Yeah.
Those are stories right
It's a
there.
good time. It's a
Hell
good
yeah.
time. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ricky had no idea. Look
I
at
had
Ricky.
no
He's
idea.
like, what is wrong with these two?
Of course
He
not.
broke his leg once.
Ricky had no
glad
clue.
I'm so glad y'all met Ricky because, like, I mean, this is a great conversation we're having. Like, this would have
thank
never happened.
you.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
You guys are
And
welcome.
like I said, like Ricky has brought this up before. It was like, oh man, this spot right here by.
Oh yeah, I told him about you guys.
Did
when I
you?
brought those,
Yeah.
yeah. You
Like,
came
bro,
here.
you-
What was in the fridge?
Oh,
So
no.
that's right.
I told him, hey, no White Claws, no Trulies
Yeah.
today.
Never again.
Never again. Yeah,
How
the more
dare
let us
you?
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. so
Your
yeah.
supply forever.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
Don't
No,
say
you guys
that.
are
Don't
awesome.
say
Yeah.
that.
We're not lying.
No,
No,
straight up.
yeah, very.
Inside the
No,
pocket,
we're
the
very
supply for
grateful.
life.
Yeah,
We want to be
seriously.
a sponsor of the show.
Yeah.
Oh hell
Yes,
yeah!
sir.
Respect.
Yep.
You heard that? Ding, 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 ding,
Cheers.
ding, 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 ding.
Cheers.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Indeed.
All right, man. So the restaurant what would you guys call it? Because it can't be a restaurant, and then it's the Seltzer.
So it is a seltzery. So it's going to be California Seltzer Company at Lovers Point.
Okay.
That's the full name.
That's
And
the
it would
full
be
name.
Okay.
Expected to
What's
be
gonna be on
open
the
by
sign?
late March, early April.
Yeah. I'm going to say our soft opening, which you guys are all invited to, is going to be at the end of February, beginning of March. And then we'll probably be able to like open our doors all the way at the mid-March
What
point.
does a soft opening mean? Technically?
So that's kind of when we get
Like
all of our staff.
unannounced,
Yeah,
huh?
like our
It's a trial run.
unannounced. That's when we're able to get like Ratchet and Hood without everybody knowing.
We're gonna work
You know
on
what
the
I'm saying?
kinks, though.
Yes.
Like we need you guys to come in.
Yeah.
And not give us a bad Yelp review.
That's
You know
right.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
So it's
Top
just
servers,
like
you
5
got
stars,
server
baby.
already ready?
yeah, just
server.
like just our close people,
Chino, come on.
our immediate family and friends will be there, and we want everybody to kind of run through the menu. So you guys will order kind of every aspect. Make sure we have the kitchen going. Make sure we have the host stand going. Make sure we have the bar going, and then we want our family and friends to come back. We want to give our thank yous to all of our construction workers and everybody that's been supporting us over
we've
the
got
last kind of
huge
few
help.
months. So much
Yes.
help, like the best people. We want to have a DJ there so we can kind of dance our asses off,
It'll be fun.
drink, eat, and then get kind of geared up for like the grand opening and make sure that we're kind of prepped to go. So that's
Everybody's gonna be hungover
No.
for the grand opening.
So the plan is
seriously.
be open from 8 a.m. to 8
8 p.m.
So it's like you can
That's
get in
great
there
hours.
early, but also like you better get in there before it's too late because you might miss
Well,
out.
and that's the thing. Like, if it's still going, we kind of do the same thing at the brewery too. Because like when we have live music and stuff, if people are still going, we're gonna stay open too. But we just advertise 8 p.m. You know. But I mean, like I said, if it's still going,
Yeah.
we're definitely not
We
gonna
got to
stop.
fill up
keep the
PG.
party
We
going.
got to
No.
see what the
Can't
sleepy
kill the
town's
party.
all
Like,
about, you know?
cutting
It is a
mid
sleepy
and-
town.
It is the
Yeah.
sleepy
Yeah.
town. Yeah, yeah.
Have you seen how
So
quiet
wake up,
it is?
baby.
Yeah, but we're not sleepy people.
Yeah.
So
You
So you guys are gonna
yeah, we
We'll
gotta
wake
see what
some people
happens.
up.
Yeah, you're gonna introduce that crowd to
That's
I'll be
right.
like, go over there. That's
Yeah.
the spot.
Yeah.
Just
Yes,
go over there.
exactly.
Bring
Yeah.
some and be
Forget
like,
about the
"Hey."
beach house. Just go over
Stop.
there.
Yeah, you too. There's people coming.
Yeah.
Nana, you ever had a California seltzer? Come on.
No,
tell us.
Right?
and
Yeah.
all
You
of
gotta let Nana know.
California
You
haven't
gotta
had
let
it.
her
know.
No.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. So we
amazing.
will be open as late as we possibly need to be, and we'll keep it kind of going with our events, and if we have live bands and the events that we have kind of going on when it comes to the Car Week show and Feast of Lanterns. I mean, we just want to be what the town needs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you guys have like a IG or something so people can stay updated of what you guys are like? This
Definitely.
is gonna be the open day. Like.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Right
you
here.
got the 5 windows for load.
California
Yeah.
Seltzer.
This is gonna be
It's
now
California
California.
Seltzer Co.
June, can you
Okay.
pull that up?
IG is that, and we have our Facebook site, and our website is California Seltzer Company as well. So you guys can stay up to date with us and know what's going on from day to day. I mean, honestly, today Charlie and I were tiling our kitchen and getting things prepared for that.
There you
and
go, right there.
That's us.
Yeah, that's us.
Yep, there we are, making things happen
Yes.
on a day to day.
Making it happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
There's
Yeah.
a spot. I mean, it's a beautiful.
What a
spot.
beautiful
Wow.
spot, man.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
I
it's so
knew
real
it.
to even be
So
even here, even
beautiful.
I had a
talking to you
feeling it
guys.
was that corner
Yeah.
spot.
So
I was like,
gorgeous.
it's gonna be like that's been.
That's it.
Yeah, that's-
Vacant for
yeah.
13
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
And I've been looking for a new logo spot, so I mean, like,
For
hey,
real.
that's
Hell
gonna be
yeah.
it. That's
So
gonna
you're
be
born
for
and
sure.
raised
If
here?
you're not there, I'm
Yes.
going to be
We
so
all-
upset.
We all are.
Y'all are.
Yeah.
We're gonna be there.
Right on.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Like
So
by
that's
Ricky
when you guys
LLC.
said Pacific, like
You see that? Rick
Yes.
Yellows.
Like
Like
number
by
one
Ricky!
supporter.
That's the only like that matters right there.
Hey. Oh, I'm so happy to meet you guys too. Thank you
Oh,
so
yeah.
much
Pleasure,
for having
pleasure,
us. Like, we
pleasure.
appreciate
Like,
it
again,
so
like,
much.
Thank you guys. You guys are beautiful.
Oh,
you guys
thank
are great,
you.
big Ricky.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, thank
Yeah.
God
Yeah,
for
salute
like.
to Ricky.
Thank God, twin.
Yeah.
Salute to all the powers that be.
It means
Yeah.
so much to us it means so much to us for you guys to like welcome us and to have us
Yeah,
here too.
definitely,
So
of
thank
course.
you.
No, I'm
Yeah.
very
Thank you guys
excited
for
We
joining us.
appreciate
for
it.
when you guys
Yeah.
open, man. I'm running over there.
Oh, definitely.
Thank you. No. Thank you for just even having us on that. We're appreciative for it.
Can we come back?
Absolutely, you guys are welcome back
man.
whenever.
We'll come back just to shoot the shit.
You know what?
Hey.
Maybe after hours we can shoot an episode in your spot once it's all fully open.
What?
That's a brilliant
What?
idea.
If you guys want to do that, we can do
Outdoors,
that.
Ray.
Live bar.
That's what I
You know what I'm
love.
saying?
Yes, we would
Saying?
love to have that. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I
Yeah.
said, man, I'm very excited to see what you guys
Can I
open.
run the
I'm
bar?
very excited to see.
Absolutely.
During the episode,
Hell
can I
yeah.
run the bar?
Totally. Yeah. Yeah.
You'll be
can
our
run the
server
bar.
during the episode. Just bring us drinks.
No, I like that.
But we did
Yeah,
buy
yeah,
we
yeah.
did buy
That's hard,
Ricky a
yeah.
Christmas present.
Oh.
I think June's the only one that's hot.
What was it?
A little bottle of 42.
Ooh.
A big bottle.
A big
Ooh,
bottle.
a
Big
big
bo- little
bottle
big
for
body.
you.
A little big body. 42.
I appreciate it. I
That's
really
love.
appreciate it. That really is
Yeah,
love.
it's love.
Damn,
June
that
said
is
take it
love.
home. They don't deserve it yet.
They could have gave you an empty bottle of
They
seltzer.
could have. No, I mean, they bring the seltzers all the time. I bring them here. I take some home and like wherever.
Needless to
I
say,
appreciate it.
No,
These
you're-
are
you're
great.
sharing the
Honestly,
love,
man.
Yeah.
Let everyone try them and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
We want everyone to know, and we appreciate all the support. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. We knew about you months ago, but we didn't know you guys. But
Yeah.
like Ricky brought the seltzers. Like, hey,
Yeah.
like, these-
No, it's awesome.
These
No,
are the
we're
people.
happy
Yeah,
to be here.
we're here for you guys,
These the
and
ones.
no matter what, like at the end of the day, if you need us, we're here for you, and I can feel like your energy. You're here for us too.
Yes,
So
of
we-
course.
Definitely.
here for the community,
Of course.
baby.
that's right.
Yeah,
that's
Thank
right.
you so
And
much.
Slide
We
through
appreciate
pocket.
it.
And we're still there working, so I mean, if you guys see us working, stop by and say what's up and introduce your guys' selves or like
Come
whoever
by.
else. You know, it's
Yeah.
like,
Come by, come help
Yeah.
us tile.
yeah, we got plenty of work to do.
Let's go.
Hey.
For sure. One last
2022.
cheers.
One last cheers, baby.
Yeah, Seltzer's Company.
California Seltzers Company, baby.
Slide through podcast,
Let's
baby.
go.
We out here.
Cheers.
2022. Big moves.
Yes,
2022.
Hey, Kat, can you tell the people where they can get their Slide Through podcast merch?
Absolutely. So y'all gonna go over to the Slide Through Podcast IG, click on that conglomerate by the sea.com link. Go on to the left side, that sandwich bar, click on that. Click on the Slide Through Podcast clothing. Then you're gonna scroll down to that image where you see the Slide Through Podcast crew neck. Click on that, and there you go. You see the sizes small through 2X. Thank y'all for the support.